It's the weekend of Father's Day. Same thing happened last month, weekend of Mother's Day. It seems like I always choose the third weekend, and sometimes it's not conducive. So, just so you know, that's the June calendar. All right, let's make some announcements. Stampin' Up! Has, I knew I printed that out. Well, I couldn't find it. Of course, I couldn't find it. Don't need it now. Stampin' Up! Has a designer series paper sale happening. So, that's why you might need my online store. Because we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 different designer series papers that are on sale for 15% off. Now, the best buy is this one. The Delightfully Eclectic. Okay, this is a double pack of 12 by 12 paper. So it's, instead of the usual 24, there's like 48 sheets in here. And it's usually $30, so it's on sale for $25.50. So this is your best buy right here, is this Delightfully Eclectic Big Pack. But as you can see, we've got several on sale. I've showed you the Beautiful and Bright. I've showed the Countryside Inn. Let's see, we've done Hello Irresistible, and we've done the Zoo Crew. But there are some other ones on here that I don't have, that I haven't showed you yet. So, and this one is nice because it's the Gingham Designer Series paper. And it's not just in colors. You can see there's Lemon Lolly, Blueberry Bushel, Berry Burst, Copper Clay. I'm not sure what the green one is. But I'd have to look in my catalog. But the Designer Series papers are on sale all month. So if you would like to take advantage of that, please do so at my online store. And don't forget the June host code. So you've got all month. If you can't afford the papers that you want, let me know. And we can do a paper share. You know, we can buy some and split them up. So if you want to go in and get a half a pack or do a paper share of the 13, let me know and we'll work that out. Okay? So the next thing that I want to talk to you about is online exclusives. Stampin' Up! Announced this year, instead of having numerous mini catalogs coming out throughout the year, they were going to do something called online exclusives. So these items will be announced and then they'll be available to you while supplies last. And the first one has already come and gone, and you can still get some of those items, I believe. But this is the second one. Pre-order is right now for demonstrators, but these are available online. They'll be available for my customers, for you all, next month. And so it's hard to see. I do have these posted on my Stampin' with the Queen page, but we've got one suite here that is trees and the sleigh. You can see some of the products here. Looks like Season's Greetings, and there's also, let me see what else is in there. Here's the set. One Horse Open Sleigh collection is what it is. So here it is. Here's the stamp set. Okay, that says it's shown at 100%, so you can see how big and small it is. And there are the dies. And then you've got matching 6x6 paper, and then you've got an assortment here of white, which you can't see, gold and copper snowflakes to put on that set. So that'll be available next month for you. And then the other set that they have is called Timeless Charm Bundle, which is a stamp set of florals and leaves and swatches of color, and then the dies to go with it. So these will be available next month, all of these items. 2 stamp bundles and 12 by 12 paper and the snowflakes. Can't even say it. And these snowflakes are adhesive backed. So you don't need any glue dots or anything to put them on with. They are self-adhesive. So this is something that's coming. I have not ordered mine yet. I'm slow. I'm a little behind. But I just wanted you all to know what's coming, what's available, what's in the works. All right. Looks like I am not as prepared as I could be over here on my stamping desk. I think I have everything that I need though. Okay, so one of the items, I don't know, I've got a couple things to show you here. I don't know where my adhesive dots are. Hang on a minute, guys. I've lost my adhesive dots. My embellishments are missing. Oh, they're here somewhere. I just don't know where they are. Are these them? Yeah, these are them. All right. How to get my adhesive dots back. I did go on the online inventory list before I came online. Several items are in low inventory. A lot of stamp pads, a lot of, what are those things called? Blends. My brain hasn't had enough Diet Coke apparently this morning. Anyway, they're on inventory, like low inventory. But some of the things that are still out are the circle punches. They're coming mid-June. I needed a drink there, sorry. So just so you know, nothing earth-shattering, I don't think. Okay, so these are the treat bags. These are the in color treat bags. So you get, let me see how many of these are in here. There are 25 treat bags in here. I think it's $10. And you get 25, so you must get 5 of each color. So as you can see, there's the wheat, the berry, the pebbled path, and then you've got the copper and the boho blue. Okay, so there's 5 of each one, and they're really not that big. They are, what's that, 7 inches? Yeah, 7 by 4 3/4. About 4 3/4. So they're not all that big. So when I first saw these treat bags, I'm like, oh, well, these are quite small. And I thought, I got an idea for that. So I'm going to show you what I did. But before I do that, sorry guys. If I could ever get my brain to go in one direction, it'd be great. I feel like a squirrel on a wheel today. I want to show you, last month we had the Exploring in Color Paper Pumpkin. And I don't know if you know this or not, but you can go to the Paper Pumpkin blog and you can download the insert for each month. So this is what it looks like when it's printed out. So you've got a lot of space here that needs to be cut off. So once you cut that off, then you can insert it into your plain cases. And you can get the cases from Stampin' Up. Oh, there's the boot I was looking for, of course. You get the cases from Stampin' Up and you trim all that excess white off. And then you just slide it right down in here. Just slide it in. Okay, and then you can store your paper pumpkin stamp set. Ta-da! So this is what I did. Got it all in there. And then you can store extra things in here if you want. So I wanted to show you that. So I've got my paper pumpkin set from last month and we're ready to go. And then I ordered the add-on, which is this. So the add-on is 18 cards. And you've got 6 each of 3 designs. So here's the first design with the copper. And then you've got 6 of these, which is with the boho blue. Okay. And then you've got 6 of these with the moody mauve. All right. there is no way in heck I'm going to send this card the way it is. It's just not happening. No way am I going to send a card with a beautiful piece of cardstock on the back. And they're all white on the inside, but so I'm cutting these apart. And then you've also got the matching, let me put these together here. Put these aside. You've got the matching envelopes. Now, these matching envelopes are great, but this is the only one that you can write on with a normal ink pen. These you would have to use a lighter color ink pen, like white, or you would have to print off a label. So it's nice that if you're going to put them in the mail anyway, if you're going to put it in the mail. Now, if you're just going to hand this to somebody, you can use these and you can write on them with the black ink. But if I were going to mail them, it's going to be hard to see. You can probably see the black ink on that one and probably that one too, but it would be better read by the post office if you put a label on it instead of handwriting it. So just to say, but also these envelopes are beautifully printed and cut them apart. So there's a lot of possibilities with these add-ons. And then the other thing that I ordered that I want to play with is the In Color Designer Series colored paper, which is the 6x6. Okay, so this has got all of our in colors. And then here are, let's see if I can get these apart like Sarah. Sarah's good at this. Getting them apart. So you can see that there are different designs in the color families, but it's all the same. So you get 2 different designs, 4 really, because they're double-sided. Okay. So these would be the designs. So you get the polka dots, the stripes, the hearts, and the stitching. And you get those in all of the colors, as you can see on down the path here. Okay. So I wanted to play with this paper, and I wanted to play with the add-on from the Exploring in Color, and I wanted to play with the treat bags because they're all color coordinated. They're all our brand new in colors for the fall. And then of course you've got your matching dots, which I think these are on low inventory or back order. I'm not sure which. But these are the in color dots for 2023-25. Okay. So we're going to play with some of this paper and envelopes and stuff like that today. All right, so let's start with the card. All right. Now, I saw this card. Somebody had demonstrated this card, and they had put it online. And I thought, wow, that's a great card, but I don't have what I need. So what they had done is they had taken the grid. There's a die cut in the Gone Fishing stamp set. And they took their copper paper. Okay, so they cut the card apart. So here's the card. So this is what the card started like. See if I can get this laid out here for you. All right, so here's how the card started in one piece. All right, so I cut it. Zip. We're cutting it. So now I've got 2 pieces here. And then this piece, she had cut down because she had the grid from the Gone Fishing die cut. And so then she cut this pieces down to fit inside the grid. Well, I don't have that die cut. And I thought the card was adorable and I loved it. But I thought, I don't have that die cut. So how am I going to achieve that? Well, Well, let's see. You got to have a brain. So I corner rounded the edges here with my handy dandy 100-year-old Stampin' Up! Corner rounder. So you just stick that in there and give it a little bite. Okay, so I rounded the corners. And I didn't cut this down. I left this the 4.5 or 4 1/4 by 5.5, and I'm going to mount it onto a vanilla piece of cardstock. Okay, so let's get that done. Let's go ahead and mount it. And yes, I know I could corner around that too, but I'm not gonna. Just gonna let it show. Just gonna let it show behind there. Not going to fuss about it. Now, because I don't have that die, I wish I'd looked up that girl's name so I could tell you who it was and give her credit for designing this that I'm casing. I'm casing it the Casey way. Okay, that's just going to fit over the top. Now, why didn't I just use a piece of copper cardstock? Because, I'll tell you why. I didn't want to have to worry about it being dark inside and put this inside, so I thought, you know what, we're just going to put it on the vanilla. We're just going to put it on the vanilla. All right, so now that's attached. So then I took this piece and I cut it into 5 pieces. Now, I had to figure out what size to do that. So this one is, I think it is 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. And this piece is 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Now, I cut off like 1/4 of an inch off the bottom, and I may even have cut off about 1/4 of an inch at the top. Okay, so we're going to separate these. We want to border all the way around it because we're going to pretend that we have that die cut. Okay. Then I cut this in 3 pieces. So this one is, what is it? 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, so this has got to go over a little bit. You kind of have to just place these on here before you can glue them down because you want to get your spacing just right. You need that to go all the way to the top. And this bottom one's going to be the same size, and I did cut off 1/4 inch on the top and the bottom of this piece. And then this piece should be, I think, 2 by 2. Yeah. It is 2 by 2. All right, so here is our card. What do you think? See how we've got that nice grid? And I didn't even have to have the die cut. So let's glue them down. Let's get them down there. You know what? I forgot to push the, let me see. All right. Thanks, Ginge. I was like, you know what? I can tell that somebody's watching, but I can't tell who because I forgot to pop my monitor up. I got my monitor up to make sure that I was on, but I couldn't tell who was watching me. And I couldn't read the comments. So, I want to shout out to my YouTube video people. My YouTube following is growing a little bit. And I want to thank you for finding me and following me. So if you're watching this replay on YouTube, hello. Since I don't know if it's morning or evening, a lot of my YouTube followers are international followers from Germany, Australia, South Africa. So I never know where you're watching from. Okay. You know, it's funny. Some things look better on video than they do in person, and some things look better in person than they do in video. When I'm looking at this grid here in person, it doesn't look that impressive, but when I look at it on the video screen, I'm like, oh, that looks nice. Uh-oh, is that crooked? I hope not. All right. Okay, so to the demonstrator who I was inspired to copy in my own way, I will go find your name on Demonstrator Planning Place, and I will give you all the credit for your inspiration. I will do an edit because I didn't come up with this idea, but I loved the idea, so I cased it, which means copy and share everything, or as we used to say, copy and steal everything. All right, so what she did was took a strip of crumb cake, and then she took the boot from the paper pumpkin stamp set, stamped it in the copper clay. So I've done that a bazillion times here. And then, where's my other one? You can color it by either stamping your block. You can either take your block and smoosh it in there and then use your blender pen, or what I do is squeeze. You put it together and you squeeze. So if you do that, then you'll get a blob of ink inside. And this is, you know, this sits up about 1/4 of an inch, so it's not going to touch it when it's closed. So then what you can do is you take your blender pen and you're just going to pull some of that color, that ink, out, and you're going to color your stamp. Okay. This crumb cake is heavier paper. Normally you could just pick up the ink and then move it around a little bit, but because this crumb cake is kind of heavy paper, it doesn't do it as well. So you've got to go get a little bit of color and bring it in. And then you can sort of dot that. And then you'll want to clean it off. Okay. And then I added my own little twisty. So cut that out, and through the magic of television, we've got it cut out. And I added my own little twist. I decided, you know, that I'm going to carry my boots because maybe I want to take a walk down in the stream and, you know, cool my feet off and come back up. So I decided I would use some linen twine, and I tied my boots together. So I put them on with a glue dot and a pop dot here, and I'm getting ready to put them on the card and pop them off. So isn't that cute? Yeah. Now I can throw my boots over my shoulder, take a walk in the stream. And if I put my pop dots right on the edge there of that paper, or that linen thread, I can be assured that it is not going anywhere. Right? Right. Righty-roo. Okay. I wish y'all could see my trash can here. I've used this trash can. It's been on my desk for about a month, maybe more, and it is overfloweth from my lives. It's kind of funny. All right, so I'm going to put these like right down here at the bottom. And then Now, we can make this a Father's Day card or a birthday card, whichever you prefer. My father is in heaven, and I don't mean God. I mean my actual dad is in heaven, and he's been there for 30 plus years, 36, 38 years, something like that. So I don't have a dad to give this to. And so I do have a father-in-law. I can make it for him, but I have something else planned instead. So I'm going to make this a birthday card because I think this would be a great man birthday card. And so I'm using the copper clay, our new copper clay in color. And I never remember what this birthday is from, but just pick you out a birthday. So I'm doing a birthday card instead of a Father's Day card with this one. Okay, and that's all she wrote. Now, you could dress it up, but I just, you know, I'm a zhuzh kind of girl. I love dressing cards up, but I just don't know that I want to put any zhuzh. You know, I could put some dots there, maybe in the middle, but I don't want to take away from that grid. So I'm just going to leave it plain and simple. And I think it turned out cool. Splitting that up. So there's kind of an alternative to just making this. You know, this is quick, simple, and easy, and you could stamp happy birthday right there, put this card in the mail, and send it off. I mean, you don't need anything else with it. This is what I love about Stampin' Up! And Paper Pumpkins and their add-ons. I mean, you know what? If you're not a sophisticated stamper, I shouldn't say sophisticated. Maybe you're a new stamper and you don't have a lot of tools. Like maybe you don't have a corner rounder. Maybe you don't even have a paper trimmer, you know, but you can get a stamp set and ink and some scissors, and look, you can send this card right off. So you don't have to have a lot of things to make a beautiful card because Stampin' Up! Has made it simple for you. All right. But because I've been a demonstrator for, you know, 18 plus years, I'm going to zhuzh it up. So there you go. You can go from simple to advanced. And I didn't even have a die cut. So even if you don't have the die cut or a die cutting machine, guess what? You can still make it work. Now, I did have to figure out the cuts, and I did have to figure out approximately, you know, how many inches and all to cut all of them. So there was a little bit of, you know, math and trial and error, but not much. But I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. What do you think? Comments? Questions? Criticisms? Oh, goodness gracious. I couldn't find my cleaner. I didn't use that, did I? I didn't. I faked it. I did, however, use this. So let's clean this off before we move on to the next thing. All right. You know me. I don't like to dirty my space that I'm stamping in for you when I'm on camera. If you could see the one that's on my desk, though, you would like say, oh, my goodness, but that's because it's on my desk. I don't know if you noticed, but I have a pretty new stamp pad down here, and it is from the new In Colors. So this one's got the boho blue on it, and they have all of the In Colors. So the whole grid pad, it's got centimeters on this side, it's got inches on this side, and then down here it's got the In Colors. So they would have all different ones, the wheat, the copper, the moody mauve. All right, so let's move on, and we're going to use a piece of cardstock, or a piece of designer series paper from that package that I showed you, the 6x6, and we're going to get a treat bag out of the treat bags, and we're going to turn this into something fun. Okay? So let's see what we're doing. All right. Let me just dump everything out here for you. Kept it all in the treat bag. All right. So the first thing I did was I took my treat bag and I folded it in half. Just like that. Did you see that? All right. So then what I did was I measured my treat bag and I found the center and I cut down, how many inches is this? I think this is 2 inches. Put my eyeballs on here and see. 1.5 inches. So I found the center and I cut down 1.5 inches. And then I very carefully folded it back evenly, like this. So now my treat bag has got, like, we fold it in half and then we pull this back. Are you seeing it yet? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Well, then what I need is, I need to measure this. Okay. So what I did was I took a piece of, you know, paper pumpkins have cardboard inserts all the time. Good morning, Miss Bonnie Snow. If you're watching, okay, I won't tell anybody. If you're watching, guess what? This is what we're making tonight's class, or tomorrow's class, and the card. So I'm cheating. I'm showing you all what we're doing tomorrow night. Okay, so I took a piece of cardboard out of the paper pumpkin and I made a template here. Okay, so then what I've done is I've taken that, what did I do with my paper? Oh, moved it out of the way. I took this paper and I put my template on here and I just took a pencil, which I don't have over here, so, you know, if you don't have a pencil, make a mark and cut it. So I cut 2 triangles out of it. Okay, so now I've got 2 triangles. So now we're going to put it together. Okay, we'll come back. So what I'm going to do is I want to be able to see. I'm going to stick something dark in there just so I can see where my lines are. All right. And now I am going to put this paper over top of this modified shirt collar that I just made. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Okay. So now my paper bag has a shirt collar and I'm going to need some buttons. So right down here in the center, I'm going to put a button. Okay. Is it coming to life for you? Now, what I want to do is put a bolo tie on this. Okay. So I got some jute. Okay. Some linen thread. And I cut a piece off. And so what I want to do is put that jute on the back of here. Boy, I really put that. Those are not cut even at all, are they? But they show up even. I don't know how that happened. Okay, so what I want to do is hide these. Hide these in the back. So let me find my glue dots here. My glue dots are buried. Hang on, bear with me. All right. So I want to put this piece of jute right up under the collar. Because normally a bolo, Western tie, would go, you know, around the man's neck, but we don't have a neck. Right? So we just want to hide this underneath here. Okay. So that it comes down, and it's going to come down in the front. So we're going to put this up here and hide it. Trust me, it's going to come together. It's going to come together. I'm going to make this cute little gift bag. See, and the whole point of this gift bag is that, there we go. Okay, and now that we have that under there, we can put our collars down. Okay, so we can take a little bit of glue here. Just want a little bit of glue there. I'm going to get those up underneath there. Now, normally these have like a silver tie on the bottom, like a silver bangle or something like that, but we don't have that, okay? So we're just going to come together here. And we are going to put a dragonfly charm . I didn't have anything else that was manly. I'm not sure that a dragonfly is really that manly, but okay, so what we want to do is we want to pull those together, and we might hide our buttons a little bit, but we just have to put our bolo tie on. So we just want to pull those two strings together and catch them in the middle. Now, look at that. How cute is that? Little bolo tie. And then what you would do is you open it up and you would put your gift card down in there. You could even put a piece of candy. And then what I did is I took this to make the card, to put the insert. So this piece is going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and then you would quarter cut down that, your white piece, then 4 1/4 by 3, okay? And then this is going to go inside the shirt collar as your card. I'm so proud of me. I thought this idea up all by myself. So the demonstrator who gets 100% credit for this is moi. I saw that bag and I'm like, that is a treat bag if I ever saw one. Okay, and so then what we would do is we would stamp happy birthday, happy Father's Day, write your little card, whatever you want. And then you stick this down in there like that, okay? And then to finish it off, which I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have anything in it, you could put a glue dot here and here just so it stays closed. And then when you give it to your dad or your son or whoever you give it to, you know, they'll pull the card out and it says, hi, happy birthday, happy Father's Day, happy whatever. And then they open, you tell them to open it all the way up, and then their gift card is going to be down here in the bottom part. So what do you think? Is that the coolest, cutest thing you've ever seen? I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, as soon as I saw these bags and they were plaid, I'm thinking of dads, you know, plaid shirts and all. So then I folded it in half and I'm like, I think I could make a treat holder. And then I'm like, I could make a shirt. I could make a shirt. So that's what I did. And then I put the little bolo tie on it. So I thought that was fun. And if you're afraid that that's going to come loose, you can always put another glue dot on the back of that, which I think I'm going to do that just for security purposes. I think I'm going to put another glue dot right smack dab on the back of the ties, just to keep the ties on there. And I think I'm going to go ahead and secure it. Just flip that over and sort of secure it right there in the middle. That way it can't fall off and you can still see the little buttons. And now you've got a cute little gift bag for Dad. It would have been perfect for your dad body. I thought about Uncle Ralph when I saw these plaids. I'm not kidding you. I really did think about Uncle Ralph. I think we can say that Uncle Ralph and his plaid shirts definitely influenced the making of this. So thank you, Uncle Ralph. Oh, so here is the card and here is the gift card. And if you come tomorrow night to class, this is what we're making, you all. I usually don't show you what we're making until you get here, and I don't post it until, usually until afterwards. But hey, you know what? I thought it would be fun for the rest of my audience. Yay! Thanks, Amy. I thought it would be fun for the rest of everybody to see this, that we made this at class. And I thought this idea was really, really cute. And I'm proud of myself for having creativity. And thank you, Uncle Ralph, for inspiring it. And so I hope you enjoyed today's live. It's kind of a little bit shorter than usual, but that's okay. Don't forget that this is the host code. This is the host code for, here. This is the host code for June. And where's my thing? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch this. Since June is all about Father's Day and Flag Day, I'm going to put the boot. I'm going to put the boot on my host code this month. There we go. So, don't forget, we've got, okay, I get that. Our VBS doesn't start till next month, so don't forget, guys, we've got Designer Series paper on sale this month, 15% off. If you're a demonstrator, don't forget your online exclusives and my June calendar. So I will see you guys who come to class. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at 2 or 6. And then the next class is, what is the next class? The 20-something. 20th. June 20th will be the second class this month. And I'm still not sure. 17th is a potential Saturday class. Would be a one-sheet wonder that we were going to do last time, but I don't know yet. So I hope you have a great day, and I hope you stamp something. Remember, this add-on is just so simple and easy. You can go just straight out of the package, or you can zhuzh it up and do something different. Just makes it so easy. Next month's paper, well, this month's paper pumpkin, you have until the 10th of June to choose. and it's called the Welcome Inn. It'll coordinate with the Country Inn Suite. And also they have an add-on which is still available, which are the die cuts. And Amy, I ordered yours. I have your die cuts, Amy. I'll give them to you on the 24th, unless you need them sooner. Paper Pumpkin won't come till almost then. And so I have the die cuts. If I ordered them, I think I ordered them for Mom and for Joe and for Amy. And I think I have one extra set if you need a die cut that you didn't order. So I think that's it. So I hope you go stamp something. I hope you go play with your stamps. And I hope you go create something crazy and wonderful. So have a great day. See some of you tomorrow. I got to go cut some paper. Bye. Thanks for watching.